Wow, guys, Trump has people sweating bullets. You guys got to check this video out.
One of those pardoned, although he didn't ask for it preemptively, for former member of the January 6th Select Committee, Republican former Congressman Adam Kinzinger. So again, you were pardoned. You didn't ask for a pardon. It was preemptive just in case Trump's Justice Department goes after you and other members of the January 6th Committee. What was your reaction when you saw Trump's post last night declaring your preemptive pardon void and vacant?
Well, first off, I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to distract from, because that's what all this is, always a distraction to try to get people's attention, or maybe he hasn't felt like he's gotten enough attention. But look, Jake, it's like, bring it on. Like, honestly, so, we had an election. I fought against Donald Trump. I wanted Kamala Harris to win. January 6th was a big thing, but America made a different choice. Fine. I'm ready to move on. I'm like, look, we made it very clear what happened on January 6th. America made a decision. There is one person that's obsessed about the 6th because he still has been basically deemed guilty in the court of public opinion, and that's Donald Trump.
That's not real. You can't say you're deemed guilty in the court of public opinion. That's not fair to do to someone. If everybody thought you was a child predator and they deemed you guilty, would you like that? No, you would fight back and you would fight against it. That's just not fair. And he's trying to sit there and say you're distracting the people away from something. And everybody's like, oh, they're having a meeting with Russia tomorrow. It must be distracting us from that. No, this stuff has to happen. Monday was a business day. Today is still Monday as I record this video. This is a business day, so business goes down on the business day, regardless if you think he's distracting you from something or not. I'm getting tired of these Democrats, man. You can't sit there and go after somebody and then be like, it's a done deal. We'll beat you in court. You're not beating the president in court. That's just unrealistic. You're not beating Trump in court, unless you do some more crazy stuff like they just try to throw at him. You threw all that stuff at him, and he still became the man, the myth, the legend. Let's keep going, man.
Trump, and he can't handle it. He obsesses about it. So my reaction to him is like, you know what? Then bring it. Like, stop talking about it.
You don't
Stop
want that.
stop being all verbose. Stop pretending like you're tough. Bring the charges then if you really want to do it, because we will crush you in court and it'll make me 3 times more effective against you. Look, honestly, Jake, I'm ready to move on too. But if he wants to keep bringing it up, bring it up or be quiet. That's how I feel.
I want you to take a listen to what President Trump said about the pardons on Air Force One last night.
It's not my decision. That'll be up to a court. But I would say that they're null and void, because I'm sure Biden didn't have any idea that it was taking place.
Could you hear that okay? I can read that too if you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think Trump's move to say the pardon in his view is void is because he wants to investigate the January 6th committee members? Or do you think this is more about trying to reopen a discussion about President Biden's mental acuity, which, of course, could also serve, as you say, as a distraction?
It's probably a little of both. Look, I think he's obsessed with January 6th, and there's no doubt if he could break the law and come after us, he would. And again, we'd crush him in the court of law. But I also think, yes, look, if you everything about, he'll give when he had Zelensky in the Oval Office, he was going after Joe Biden. This guy obsesses about Joe Biden because the only time he ran against him, Joe Biden beat him, and that bothers him. And so yes, I think it's constantly trying to change people's view on Joe Biden because he gets stuck. He's trying to negotiate a solution to the biggest war in Europe, but the guy is obsessed with this vengeance. Donald Trump, you won. At what point are you like, yeah, I won. I'm vindicated. I feel vindicated. But he can't. He's a small.
He can't, man, because it's how do I put this the best way? Everybody's like, why aren't you bringing the gas prices down, the grocery prices? Why aren't you working on energy, doing everything you said he's doing? In order to do that, you still have to take these bad people away from positions of power, because these people are going to continue to screw Americans if you don't get rid of them. Yeah, your pardon is voided. Like, dude, you're still a criminal. You use lawfare to go after against someone, and now you're trying to sit there and say he's a bad guy because he's not focused on us. He doing this, he doing that. Come on, man. When has that ever been cool?
Man that just continues to get angry, and it's like, fine, bring it on then.
Here's some news for you that you probably don't know. President Trump just posted on Truth Social that he is ending the U.S. Secret Service protection for 2 of President Biden's kids, President Biden's son Hunter and his daughter Ashley. What's your reaction to that?
Good.
It's just childish. I mean, he did it for John Bolton, Mike Pompeo. This is just a way for vengeance. And by the way, Pompeo was a big supporter of Donald Trump. This is dangerous. Somebody's going to get hurt. And when they get hurt, it's going to blow back on Trump. And, look, I hope the next president doesn't do this to Donald Trump. And I mean that, and his family. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do now. He's a very dangerous precedent. And again, this is what happens when you put a 78-year-old toddler in the White House, unfortunately.
Former Congressman Adam Kinzinger of Illinois, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Out front now, former Democratic Mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, along with David Urban. So, David, with all this other business going on, like we were just talking about, maybe challenging the going to the Supreme Court, the constitutional challenge here. Why pick this fight on pardons, especially when it's not even? I mean, what authority would you have to undo the pardons of a prior president?
Executive power. But anyways, I wanted to make a comment on the thing that he just said. Jake Tapper said to Kinzinger or whatever his name is. Removing the security detail was smart, and that's what I think, because we're paying for that. Taxpayers are paying for that. His dad has millions of dollars. Why isn't his dad paying for that? His own security detail. Why is it on us to pay for this criminal? Hunter Biden done unlimited amount of bad things, but we have to pay for it? How does that make sense, man? I'm telling you, this is the most transparent presidential run I think I've ever seen. He told you what he's gonna do. He told you he's gonna investigate these people. He told you that if the law says these people are bad, he's gonna go after them. Because that's just how it works, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, so Aaron, I'm not quite sure he's looking to pick a fight in undoing the pardons. I think it's the broader question here is whether Joe Biden, and I think what the president's trying to drill down on is how much was Joe Biden present for mentally during his tenure as president, especially in the ending months. We all sat and watched the debate, and I think everybody felt very badly for Joe Biden in that instance, because it was clear that at least on that instance, on that night, at that debate, he was, almost non-compos mentis. And so I think what Trump is saying is, look, was he all there? Did he have those faculties at the time that he was doing this? And I think that he was questioning that and putting that out for debate. And I think it is worthy for debate on how much, the former president was engaged. And I think it's something that the history books will look into a great deal.
Perhaps they will. I don't know, though, in the lens of pardons. I mean, I guess we could look back and see who Reagan pardoned in his final days. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying if we're going to go back to presidents where we knew there were issues at the end, and I'm not saying we do for Biden. I'm just saying with that argument, I would go back to Reagan.
Oh, sure we do. I mean, Aaron, everybody saw it for Biden. We all saw it for Biden.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't medically know anything is all I'm saying, David. I understand what we saw at the debate.
Okay.
But Mayor de Blasio, I mean, what's a precedent set by just saying even a pardon is something that, and by the way, I think all the pardons are kind of gross, no matter who's doing them, but they exist. They're the rule, they're the law. And if all of a sudden I could pardon you and the next person could come in and take that away, that's more instability.
That's what we call chaos. There's no verb for unpardon. We don't have any.
Yeah, I was looking for the word.
Yeah, we just don't have that, and it never has been in our history. What's worse to me is not just saying, oh, we want to undo it because we want to undo it, but it's about January 6th. Now, I remind you, the vast majority of Americans think something really bad happened on January 6th. They saw it with their own eyes. They saw our Capitol attacked and desecrated. So when you think about it, this is really extreme to say, let me go after the committee that was looking into that. Duly.
No. See, that's why we're going to end the video here. That's not why he's going after these people. That's not why he's doing this. These people literally made sure that event happened. Nancy Pelosi, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, called and said, no, don't allow Trump to do this. And then threw another court case at Trump and said he strangled someone to get to the Capitol. He strangled a really big muscular guy from behind the seat and was like, take me to the Capitol. Come on, man. All of it was just a bunch of made up BS. Please let me know what you guys think about this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And as always, let me know at the Act 2. We're out.